Hey guys!
Oh, cute. You've had this pond for 10 years. How long did it take to actually build with you?
One day, right?
One day.
Yeah,
Came
it
out
was
with
amazing.
4 other guys, so there's 5 of us here. And
One day for a lifetime of enjoyment.
Boulders like that.
It isn't missing much. I mean, you got the hot tub here, you got the gazebo there, the beautiful garden. And then, Brian, what I really love about this is how you designed this. It's right outside the kitchen window. Of course, every time I pull in here on a Sunday, I see this. And then it's amazing how much activity this generates because there are people going in here all the time. Well, the sun is coming out. We are in Palatine, Illinois. I'm with Brian Helfrich, who is my top guy in construction. I'm Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy. This is my channel, Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy, which is all about living the aquascape lifestyles. And you said I had to see this one because it's a small water feature, but it's just incredible.
I was so impressed. We built this pond well over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And this year, just to help the maintenance crews, Chris and I snuck out here on a weekend to clean the pond, and I hadn't really seen it since we built it.
Yeah.
And I was so impressed with how well it was taken care of and how great it looked with all the plants and how much it's filled in.
Oh,
Even
wow.
from, look at this, walking underneath this enormous weeping beech tree.
Is that what it is? A beach? Okay.
The beech tree is like a natural arbor, right?
Oh, wow, look at this. All right, check out this water feature. Hi, Carolyn.
Hey, how are you?
Hi.
So good to see you.
Good to see you.
So how old are these guys?
The bigger one, Kia, is 6, and the little one, Chloe, is 4.
So many people ask me, you know, and I always show these dogs, how do the dogs interact with the pond?
They love to get drinks out of it.
Yes.
And they love scaring the frogs into the pond.
Oh, that's cool. I've actually had some people tell me that the pond keeps their dogs more active.
They actually like watching the fish. They love it.
Nice guys.
Oh, you guys are good. So obviously with a big giant backyard like this, there's so many opportunities. And a lot of people would have looked at this big open space and said, this is where we've got to put the water feature. The problem with putting the water feature is this. A water feature that would fit to scale with this yard actually has to get really, really big. The other problem, and the bigger problem for me, is nobody would see it. I want to make sure people can see it from inside that house. And back out here is kind of like the back corner of the yard, and people just don't sit out there as much as they do close to the house. So keep that pond to scale with the yard, and always, always design from inside the house. So I was telling Greg and Lisa on the way over here, I can't wait for you guys to see this because I have this large pond at home and I love it. Don't get me wrong, Greg gifted a big section of the pond and a whole bunch of contractors helped me build it. But when I cleaned this for the first time this last spring, it makes me actually want to have a small pond. And I love it so much because it just fits so well in here. It is, it's a secret garden,
Yep.
right?
It's the importance of design. You want to design a water feature that's appropriate with the space, and so many people want us to make high waterfalls and flat backyards, or put it in an area that's the low corner of the property where it gets all the water. You want it up close and personal so that you can view it from inside the house, because even outdoor loving people spend the majority of their time inside the house. So we're just actually enjoying the rest of the garden, because when you're living the aquascape lifestyle, it's just not only about one aspect, but how you use everything. And what neat backyard in the town right here. And this is kind of funny because you said this was actually the childhood home of your husband.
Exactly.
Which is pretty awesome. What motivated you to get a water feature? Because with this vlog that we try to explain to people, you know, the kinds of people that live the aquascape lifestyle. So what motivated you with this?
We were going to the flower and garden show every year for quite a while and ran into Brian.
he always has a big display
and there was a gorgeous display, and we thought, oh my gosh, that's just what we need.
You've had in the past fish tanks, but you found a fish tank actually harder to maintain than an ecosystem pond. Why is that?
Infinitely. We could never get the pH right, and we were losing fish. It was really sad. I couldn't stand it anymore. And so we opted for this, and it's amazing. The fish love it. It's really easy to maintain.
So basically you just do a once a year clean out, feed the fish, empty the skimmer bag from leaves.
Yeah, we just do the clean out once a year because Vern handles it in the fall, so that's doable for us.
We were just sitting right here for like about the last 10 or 15 minutes listening to that sound. And this is one of the things that you asked Brian for.
What's nice with the granite boulders, it's a much different style than some of the moss rock or flagstone. Because it's a rounder rock, the water really wants to hug the shape of the rock. And when that happens, it gives you this deeper bass type sound. So it sounds way more like a mountain rushing stream, that deep gurgle, than a high treble crashing waterfall. And
I didn't know there was a difference.
Oh yeah, well, now you do.
That's the art, right? And that's okay that you didn't know the difference, just as long as you get to enjoy it.
Exactly. We can sit and watch the birds take a bath all the time in there, and our dogs love to get a drink out of the pond. We don't have to worry about bringing out water for them when they come out.
And it's better for them, actually. In fact, the pond that we were at yesterday, they actually had a bucket sitting in their kitchen, and I go, a bucket of water. I said, what is that? Oh, she said the cat prefers the pond water. Oh. We love that. So you told me you had 3 frogs in here. I could see one of them right underneath that rock there.
Exactly.
So this is part of the hobby, that you actually know that you have 3 frogs.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I love the frogs, I love the lilies, but my favorite thing about this water feature is that sound. And I think some of that sound, Brian, comes from this beautiful Japanese maple. It's hidden back here. And I love the fact that on this channel that we feature so many big water features, that a small, intimate water feature right outside your kitchen window, perfectly framed.
I love that a pond can really fit anywhere, right? Like when you look from the edge of the arborvitaes to the side of the house, we're not 20 feet, maybe pushing it. Like you're probably 15, 16 feet. And so in a very narrow area, not only do we have a pathway that still allows us to get through here, big mature plants, Japanese maples, big weeping purple beech, and an unbelievable water feature.
Yeah,
what do people say to come out here?
When they come off the street, it's like our secret garden.
No 2 water features are built exactly alike, because every water feature is a unique work of art, one-of-a-kind custom creation, because the stones that you use, the setting that you put it in, every water feature is unique to itself. And that sound, that's certainly unique to yourself. So we are pulling into Harvest Bible Chapel. 4 or 5 months ago, Ed and I came in here with 2 kids from Harvest Bible that are going to school here. 1 guy that had worked with us before as a summer job. We tried to do it in a day, but in a day and a half, we built a beautiful waterfalls out here. And it all started a year ago when rocks were rolling down this hill, and they asked me to rebuild the retaining wall, and I knew this is a perfect spot for a pondless waterfall. And so look at this. Right when you pull in here, you see this beautiful pondless waterfall. What a perfect location for a pondless waterfalls. So this is the entranceway to the church campus that I go to, and look at that waterfalls. Not bad for a day and a half of work either.
Looks fantastic. I love the big wide sheets of water. It's really visible from the road, which I think is key here, because people are looking at it from 150, 200 feet away. So that width really pops out, and I know at night, this thing just...
So this was something that really sets it off. There's nothing that you could put in this space that would make as much of an impact as a waterfall, a moving life waterfall, nighttime, just like you talked about. And that's why we do these, a pondless waterfall, and almost no maintenance, Ed. Yeah, we knew that they'd have no water all the way around here, so we put in a large reservoir so it fills up when it rains and it just runs. So we put this in 4 or 5 months ago. They haven't even topped this off once.
What I love about this is we have this on one side. Look at that side.
Yes. This is life, non-life.
Nothing, no one even pays attention. It's just rock. Got a couple plants. This just jumps out, it grabs everybody's attention. Actually, when they come in, we've been out here afterwards, obviously, but cars actually slow down.
Yes.
People are gonna look outside and they're like, wow, that's awesome.
And remember, this has only been in for a couple of months. When this landscape fills out, it's gonna be that much nicer. Curb appeal, a pondless waterfall for a house, a business is as big of a curb appeal as you could possibly get, and you want curb appeal when you got a high profile area like this. So probably the only thing that I would enjoy more than visiting my ponds and vlogging my customers' beautiful water features would probably be giving away water features. I think in retirement, what I'll do is build ponds and give them away to great organizations or organizations that are dear to my heart, like my church is. So that to me is what it's all about. It's about making people happy. Everybody here obviously sees that water feature. They all love it. And that makes me proud too of my company. So, hey, if you like this stuff and you want to inspire more people to live the aquascape lifestyle, like, comment, and subscribe and follow along as we showcase how people live the aquascape lifestyle. I love my job.